Hi, this is Andrea Towers with TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider at New York Comic Con, and I am here with the cast of Avatar: Braving the Elements. Hello, welcome
Hello,
to
Andrea.
New York Comic Con
Thank
2022. Last year at New York Comic Con was the first time you guys did a live podcast recording, and you did one at San Diego this summer. Right? How was that experience and being back in front of fans after the pandemic and kind of getting everyone's reaction?
It's so great.
It's wild, yeah.
It's so great.
We've been doing our podcast through the pandemic in our own homes over our computers. So to get out in front of the audience it's really wild to see all the people that have been listening to the show, following the show, and to really get that engagement like firsthand is incredible.
It's so wonderful. And it really was. I remember when we were here last year, it was very emotional. We kind of had to take a moment because there was that feeling of community and that feeling of like, oh, it feels so good to be back with our people. You know, the whole vibe of the con is so inclusive and wonderful, and it's what Avatar is all about. So it feels like home.
Well, it's such a beloved property. I mean, are you constantly surprised by its popularity and the fans that, you know, are still so excited by it and are still so invested in it and know every single thing about it?
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, it's a very special. It's a really special thing to be a part of a project like this and just a franchise like this. I don't think when I started it, we had no idea that the show was going to turn into and have the impact that it has now. So to see it have the strength and numbers all these years later is just incredible.
But at the same time, you know, doing the podcast, it's not a surprise in that we're constantly celebrating what makes the show so amazing, and we're constantly learning stuff. And so now that we're digging deep into the fandom and into the way, you know, a great show becomes something else when the fans do it, like they start doing fan art, they write fan fiction, you sort of see how it belongs to everyone. And so in that way, it's not surprising that the fandom is so amazing, because when you look at what we're talking about, we're like, yeah, this is an amazing show. Like, we're fans also, you know?
Well, I am a huge nerd myself, and I love going back and watching like all my favorite TV shows and all my favorite movies, some stuff that I haven't seen in a really long time.
Sure.
And sometimes I find myself going back and like, if I haven't seen something for 6 years and it looks totally different to me, or there's something that I didn't, or I have a different feeling about something, was that kind of the experience you guys had as you're going through it and rewatching all these episodes? And
Totally. I mean, it's a very unique experience. I've never really gone back to watch anything I've done, really.
Yeah.
And definitely not with a fine-tooth comb, kind of how we're doing it now. And again, the fan base is so big, and they know that the show so well. It kind of feels like me and Jen are going back and becoming professors of the Avatar verse.
We're definitely in college.
you got
yeah.
your PhDs.
We're not
I
yet.
feel like,
But we're
talk to
getting-
us in 4 more years.
Exactly.
Maybe we're getting to our master's degree.
But it's such a unique experience to go back and really watch something that you did so many years ago. But to watch it now as a fan, it's been many years. So now the actor part, you kind of can step away. You can kind of just enjoy it as a fan and just be with the rest of the fandom discussing the show and the details of the show and our points of view on the show.
For sure. And we haven't even gotten to Korra yet. So
Right.
I get to just show up as a fan, and then I get to tease him about being
Yes.
half Dante, half Zuko.
And then we can
sort of
switch it
switches
later
around.
on.
But, you know I've got it coming. He's going to give me a hard time when we're digging into Korra, I think.
Well, book 2 has a lot of fan favorite characters.
Yes, indeed.
Are you excited for fans to have those characters brought to life?
It was wonderful to bring Michaela Murphy, Jesse Flowers, who played Toph, into the podcast, which is amazing. Great Lyle.
Yeah.
So the fans are getting a lot of great interviews.
Yeah, for sure. We're about halfway through the season, halfway through book 2, which matches our halfway through the season of our podcast. And it's been so great. You really do, because Toph, for example, is such an iconic character. It's so, you sort of forget, like, oh, we had to go through a whole season of the show before we could bring Michaela on. It takes a minute.
It takes
for
a
us
while,
to
yeah.
meet Toph, and so now we're really getting like the whole gang, and it's so fun.
Well, what can fans expect for the rest of season 2? Without giving away any spoilers, even though, you know, people who know the show
Sure.
know what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, what's been so amazing about the show, not just having the people who were a part of the making of the show, but also fans people who are part of other iconic franchises who happen to also be Avatar fans. It's been so fun, like getting to kind of mutually geek out with some guests. Some we've already had, some are still to come, and just and also have fans on.
And actually have fans on that love the show, love the podcast,
like
and
just super fans.
that come into our show and really discuss the show and talk and have fun games. Also,
we do some debates, we do some quizzes. So we're really trying to touch all of the different parts of the Avatarverse with the podcast.
Well, you can catch up with Avatar Breeding the Elements Season 2, which is airing new episodes every Wednesday?
Every
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. I knew I was going to get that wrong. But you can catch up now wherever you get your podcasts. And thank you guys for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thank you.